Hello and welcome to a Scratch tutorial, and it's going to be something sort of like this. Now, it's a little confusing what this is, but if you look, it's only drawing in pixels. So, it's not going to be exactly like this, because, I mean, as you can tell, this is a pretty advanced. Okay. It's a pretty advanced thing. Not all the colors work, but if you look, it only draws in pixels. So we're going to be doing something that draws in pixels, basically. Now, I don't get why these aren't working, but they're not, so, oh well, I'll take care of that later. Anyways, so, I might end up showing you the code from this, but probably not, because the code from this is a little advanced. I'm just going to get something that follows your mouse pointer. And when I say follows your mouse pointer, I mean in pixels. And where you can click, and it, like, stamps or whatever. Pretty much whatever you want. I mean, not whatever you want personally, just like the simplest project that I can come up with. And there's a lot of amazing uses for being able to have pixels like this. There's a lot of game uses. I've personally used it a ton. This concept is just very useful. So I seriously hope you enjoy this video. Even if you don't, just post a comment there, down there. It's really simple. Right about here, I think. Which no one can do what there is, but it only does more. So okay, there should be. Keep doing that. There should be just a little nice little comment box right down there. Then I would love it if you commented. Yeah, so please do. Yeah, anyway, so, and I'm sure there's like a favorite or something. Like this. Yay. Anyways, so we're gonna click on create. Now, we're gonna delete the first sprite, and we're gonna paint our own for this. Now, what you're gonna do is I generally have a 20 by 20 pixel big. So how we know that it's 20 by 20 pixels is I've been making this for a very long time. And you might want to go full screen for this. This is exactly 20 by 20. So it's on these dots. So it's on, you see how it's about halfway through, and then all the way on there, all the way on there, again halfway, and halfway. Now we're just gonna go right in between those two, and those two, and there gives you a perfect 20 by 20 square. I would know, I've done this multiple times before. I memorized this. And you can make this whatever color you want. You can, like, have an awesome pattern, but for this sake, I'm just gonna do that. I mean, I'll draw a little pattern, I guess. No harm could be no harm done. It might run by video time, but anyways, nice little square there. Blue spots like this. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyways, maybe like a blue square there. Anyways, so there's my nice little pattern thing. So now this is only going to cling to your mouse pointer, and if you click, it'll stamp. So when green clicked, forever, and this one actually doesn't require any variables. And so it's just a really simple go-to. Right there. Now here's where the going gets a little tough. Times round in this spot and divided by right there. Now, this may seem a little confusing to you, but 10 and 10. Now, what good does that do? Well, basically what this does is now it will hop there. Now, why does it do that, you may ask? And I asked the same exact question, so don't be upset with yourself. Basically what this does is it takes this, and it's going to be like, say it's 32 is my mouse X. So it divides it by 10, so that becomes 3.2. And then it rounds it, so it becomes 3. And then it multiplies it by 10 again, gives you 30. So it jumps to 30. Say I have something like 34. So it divides it by 10, and then rounds it. So 34 gives us 34 divided by 10 gives us 3.4. Rounds it gives us 3 times 10 gives us 30. So even if my mouse is at 30, so depending on which my mouse is at 30 or 34, it will always give me 30. If it's any higher than 30, it'll give me 40. I mean, if it's any higher than 34, it'll give me 40. So on and so forth. I hope you know how that works. Now, the reason why I made it 20 pixels big and it's 10 is because if I go 20, it doubles it. It's kind of weird, but if you look, it doubles the distance. It's twice the distance that it was. So the reason that it's 10 there is it's exactly half of the distance that it was before. So, like, say you wanted a little white barrier, you could make this 11. And that works out. Gives you a nice little barrier. 12 gives you even more of a barrier. But I like to leave it at 10. Just because it's perfect. Now, the reason for this being is because from the very center of this, all the way out, there's only 10 pixels. So, it just works. So, don't question it. And then you can just duplicate all this. This view so much better. Go here. And instead of mouse X, mouse Y. It's that simple. Now, it follows your mouse around at the closest pixel. And then, if mouse down, then pen, stamp. Okay, simple as that. So now I click and it stamps. And as you can see, there's no border whatsoever. And there's no undo either, so you have to press green flag every time. I should really, like, make mine slightly better. But, hey, if it works, don't fix it. Now, say you wanted a white border. I'll go give you a white border. 11 and 11. So here we go. Now it gives us a nice little white border. See that? Now, not upwards though, because I only did it one way. So I gotta put some 11s here also. There we go. Okay, it didn't seem like I put 11 there, but I did, see? So now it's a nice little white border. And any color you want, you just dump this. Like, say I wanted a nice red border. And then I just simply dump the borders. Now I have a red border. So, yeah. It's fairly simple. Now, a lot of times you do that, which is sort of a fail. So, go into full screen mode to test it, because you're going to be clicking on the sprite a lot, and that's just annoying when you do. And you can just click and hold. So it's a nice little, whatever you want to call it, draw tool thing. Yeah. So it's really simple. Now, what this is also good for is going for, like, a random spot anywhere to give you exactly that, to give you, like, exact, so your player can get right up next to it, doesn't actually hit it. This is also useful for, doing things like, it used to have to be to get the entire screen, the positions of the entire screen, you'd have to have a sprite running all through it, but now you just have nice little pixel guys that do it for you. And if you look, it's a little awkward. Now, how to fix that? It's pretty simple. You just go to costumes, change the center of it out here. Zoom in and make sure that's correct. And as you can tell, it's not. So right there, perfect. Now when I press it, I can come right up to here, and it's still a little glitchy, but yeah. So that's that. Nice little, yeah. I'll see you next time.